Coldest we'd been so far this winter was 9 below. We just put that to bed. In fact, it's colder now than it was on our coldest day last winter. We are heading for temperatures we haven't felt since the mid-90s. Right now it is 20 below outside. That is so cold. Here's the feel factor. It feels like 47 below in the Twin Cities. We'll be in a wind chill warning until Thursday morning. Could feel like 55 to 65 below at times. Slight improvement during the day tomorrow, but still dangerously cold. And the recovery tomorrow, nothing great about it. The obvious negative, a high of 16 below.
Okay, does that look cold or does that look cold? Chooch, does that look cold? I've never seen it look like that before. Well, that's because it hasn't looked like this too many times. Look at this. Minus 23 for the temperature, minus 53 for the wind chill, the coldest air in over 15 years, potentially up to 23 years ago. So really dangerous night. Dangerous.
Hey there. Wow, it is so cold. It is so freaking cold. So I went out to go get some coffee, and apparently all the coffee shops are closed today. Looks like I'm gonna have to be making coffee at home, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. Today it is really, really cold. It's -9. You probably cannot see anything on my phone. But on here it says that it feels like -35. I kid you not, this is one of the coldest days of this year. So I have some exciting stuff to share with you guys, and I'm gonna run inside because it is cold. Alright guys, so it's been a while since I've done this, so thank you again for sticking around. For everybody who's subscribed, I'm really sorry. I promise this year something needs to change, and I will be putting out more stuff because there's so much stuff I want to share with you guys, and Instagram is just not a place where I can do a lot of more of this video stuff, even though I can do lives. But I think this will be a lot helpful because people can rewatch this over and over again, and if they have this question, they can just check this video out again. One of the questions that I've been asked a lot lately is, what are the lenses are you using? Like all these images that are on your Instagram, people are scrolling and scrolling through them. They're like, hey, what lens is this? Hey, what lens is this? Hey, what lens is this? So I decided to make this video all about that, all about the lenses that I use. So let's start. These are the two lenses I would recommend for everybody who's just starting out. So let's get at it right away. The first lens that I would recommend, this is the lens that I got almost right away when I started photography, is the Sigma 35mm 1.4 Art. This is for the Nikon. I have it on the Nikon D850 right now, and I absolutely love it. I go out on many shoots, and this is probably the only lens that I'll use, whether it's weddings or just regular portrait shoots. Sometimes I do food with it, a lot of stuff. This is a very versatile lens, and so if you were to like travel and go somewhere and you're like, hey, what lens should I pack in my small bag or whatever, or backpack, whatever you're taking with you, try to keep it light. This is the lens that I would recommend. It's not that big, very small. Always have a UV filter on it. This is my actually second lens because the first lens I had, someone didn't close the bag, and then I picked up the bag and this lens fell out. But what was really cool is I had a UV filter on it. It just shattered the UV filter, it didn't shatter the glass. But then I couldn't put a new one on, so I just went again and got another one. You can get some really good prices on them for used ones. So if you're okay with doing used stuff, I would totally recommend that, and you can definitely do that. So the first lens that I would recommend getting is the 35mm from Sigma. It's the cheaper route to go if you don't want to buy strictly from Canon or from Nikon, which those lenses can be stupid expensive. So yeah, 35 Sigma Art 1.4. Super great lens, all around lens. And then the next lens that I would highly recommend is the 85mm. This one's a beast. I mean, if I can open the, there you go. Look at that glass. Ooh, it's dirty. Probably should not show that. But I need to clean that. That was in my bag. These two lenses is what I'll be using most of the time whenever I'm shooting. This one is really nice to get that very shallow depth of field. And at 1.4, I'm amazed at how crisp and focused this lens can be. I absolutely love having it. It gives you that really nice creamy bokeh in the background. It compresses all of the background and the foreground, so especially when you're shooting portraits, you can get the person to really, or your subject, whether it's a person or something else, but we're shooting portraits. So when you're shooting portraits, this will really make the subject stand out from your background, just giving that little pop. So yeah, 85mm, get this lens, you will totally need it. The other lens that I do have, and this is, I might do a whole video about what's in my camera bag, because I am buying a new camera bag, because the one I have is great, but I want something a little more bigger, a little more durable. This is the third lens that I have. Not necessarily what you need off the bat right away to start out, but here it is. This is the third lens. So the third lens that I have is the Sigma 24mm. 1.4 art, they're all 3 art lenses, they're all 3 Sigma lenses, and this is what I carry in my bag all the time. Many of the images that you'll see on my Instagram, they will be shot either on the 35 or the 85, and then anything that's a bit wider, it's gonna be shot on the 24mm. I really like this lens. For me, personally, it's been very sharp and works very well. I've heard people say that sometimes it's not as crisp and sharp as they want it to be, but personally for me, I've never had that issue, and I absolutely love carrying this lens around. If I was not to take my 35, but just wanted to throw something in the bag and have a super wide one at all times, if I'm stuck somewhere in very cramped spaces, this is the other lens that I would always take with me. So just kind of planning ahead, 24 is something that is very nice if you want to get super wide, but then you can also get kind of close to a subject and it'll work great. One thing to note though is if you're going to get really close with this lens, a lot of times you're going to get distortion in the faces and distortion on the side of the images. So that's it. 3 lenses that I have in my bag that I absolutely love. 3 lenses, get them. I will put them in the link below, and I will try to put out another video. I'll try to do one every week, just talking about how I do things, how I shoot, how I edit. If there's something that you want to see more of, put it in the comment below. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring that bell, everything that you want to do. Thank you guys for all the support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.